KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome, everybody, to a nice, icy Tuesday right here in Winnebago, Nebraska. And my name is DJ Guaranteed, Communications Officer Garan Coons for the Winnebago Tribe. And I also have a couple of guests here that are going to help us out with Winnebago in the News. Go ahead and give us your introduction.
Brian Chamberlain, editor for the Winnebago in the News. See if I can talk too. MCBKC.
MCBKC for Midnight Love. And then we also have none other than the multimedia coordinator. Go ahead and give us your introduction.
My name is Kevin Ebert. I'm the multimedia coordinator for the Winnebago Tribe and the Communication Department.
The stunt double for DJ Bethani. No, I'm just playing. We have a whole slew of things to talk about here today, but just kind of a FYI. We did have a late start due to weather, and 10 a.m. late start. I think everybody hopefully stayed on the roadways and everything. There was some icy patches and everything too, but do you think we're done? I mean...
Hopefully.
Yeah.
You know, because it's almost April now, and I'm already sick of it.
Right, right.
I didn't think that we'd even get this one, to be honest, but,
we'll see what happens, huh?
Yeah.
So Tyler is also out of the office here today. So with the Winnebago in the News updates, we do have some here from Mr. Editor.
Yeah, of course. The upcoming issue will be published on this Saturday. And so as you guys are aware, one of the many changes that we've been bringing to the Winnebago in the News is featuring prominent tribal members or historical leaders, etc., on the masthead. Mm-hmm. And so last time around, we did Ramona Wolf. We've also done Jim Snow and Frank Lemire, Chief Little Priest. And so this coming issue, in honor of the close of Women's History Month, we are going to feature Angel Decorah.
Oh, cool. All right. And then we do have Angel Decorah that has some events coming up, and I think Savannah's going to be here in the house to talk about that too. So
yes,
we'll hear more about that. A lot of good things. So Angel Decorah, and if you haven't had a chance to visit the museum, make sure you do that and stuff too. So
yes, indeed.
Real quick here, I just wanted to make sure that we're good to go. Any comments or anything like that? And
well, the other part of that is if you out there as the listeners, and I know we probably have people even coming online, so you have to remind them of this, is that if they have a family member or somebody that they would like to nominate to see on the masthead, get a hold of us here at the Winnebago Indian News. My email is brian.chamberlain@winnebagotribe.com, and then also Tyler Snake, tyler.snake. Either one of us, and then if you have, a prominent tribal member or somebody that you want to see featured on there, provide a picture and a little blurb about, what their life basically was or is, because they don't have to be passed on. We've done people that have so far, but they do not have to be. Get a hold of us, and we will do our best to get them on the masthead.
For sure, for sure. And then if you haven't had a chance to check out, get a new Winnebago in the New issue, last Saturday was one, but you'll have one coming this Saturday.
Yes, indeed.
All right. And with the holiday coming up and everything like that, the schedule is good to go.
Absolutely, yeah. I do believe that the tribe has admin leave on Friday, and so that's not really going to be too much of an issue for us because the paper it always comes out anyway on Saturdays.
Yep.
So it's not too big of an issue for us. So really not that big of a deal. Also, that was the other part. On the front page, we are going to have kind of the countdown, if you will, toward the 158th annual homecoming celebration. So you will see that on the front page of every Winnebago Indian News leading up to the big event in July. And if I'm not mistaken, I think as of Saturday, of course, we're not there yet. There's going to be like 116 days, I believe, 4 months, and I think it's 8 tribal paydays. And some people were kind of making fun of that. And I'm like, no, some people actually do budget their money. Hello.
Right.
So they want to know, well, I can pay for this. I got 8 more,
Yeah, especially like Jordan, I know that you guys probably going to get it ready for a giveaway and things like that too, because Princess.
Yeah, so when I seen that, I was like...
For sure.
Exactly. And it's like, no, you got to get on the ball. The powwow's coming, guys, one way or another. And even though the committee has yet to be seated, and that was the other thing as well. Oh, did they then?
Yeah, okay. Last night at the mid-monthly meeting, there was 6 of them.
Okay, you can speak, Kevin.
Yeah.
We don't do sign language on the radio.
Kevin, thank you for
helping us. We appreciate that.
Helping us out. So one of the things, too, is that we just got notification, and it's breaking news. Okay. Breaking news is that next Tuesday at 5 o'clock down at the Black Hawk Center, they're going to have a listening session and that's going to be with the Winnebago Tribal Council, the legal counsel, and the topic is going to be enrollment.
Okay.
And I know you, with your history and some of the things that you did as vice chairman, enrollment was a topic of the discussion down there at the table.
Right.
So we're in that generation where we have to decide, and I think what was going to take place is that they'll allow some questions. If you have any questions by the council members, have a presentation, and then there's going to be a meal served. Now, it's not going to be broadcast live.
Okay.
It's going to be on Zoom. And if you need to get the Zoom, how do they get a hold of you, Kevin?
My email address is kevin.ebert@winnebagotribe.com, and I'll send you out a link anytime you need.
Yep. So Winnebago Tribal members only.
Yep.
Just kind of an FYI, and it's going to be enrollment, which is you look at the history. I know that the Winnebago in the News via Jordana Bass did a kind of a front page article on enrollment and what it means to a lot of the people, and there's just that discussion. They're talking about having a discussion as tribal members because we have to figure it out. It's
Yes, indeed, and that's, I know, what the council is probably looking for in this, but what is generally going to occur is a question is going to be presented to the tribal members, and of course it does have to go through the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the Department of Interior, through the secretarial election process, and that is kind of a long, cumbersome ordeal, to say it that way. But in order to get that done, each tribal member, so no matter where you live, this is not like the council elections, tribal members, regardless of residency, will be contacted, and then they must reply, creating the voter pool, so to speak. And if the pool becomes, according to the last general election, et cetera, there's certain mathematical thresholds. Like I said, you guys, it's an ordeal, I understand that. Then the election will be held. Because a certain percentage of tribal members does have to respond. Now, that doesn't mean you have to vote yes for it. It just means that you're willing to vote. And the reason why they do that is because if you're going to change the Constitution, which is practically what the question is going to be asking, one individual can't change that. It's got to be, basically a group. And so as the process continues, that's the reason why I believe the council is going through this, in order to make sure that the tribal membership understands what is going to be presented to them, and then whatever question does finally get asked, then hopefully, I'm assuming they will want it to pass. So
it's a very important topic. It's the future of the tribe,
Right.
and we encourage everybody that's listening to this to share the word, and that's going to be Tuesday in April, next Tuesday. I don't have the exact date on me right now, but be next Tuesday at 5 o'clock down at the Blackhawk Community Center Gym. Communications will be there to offer the Zoom link and make sure that you can hear the presentation, and Winnebago Tribal members only for that one. And so make sure you circle the date on that, because it's a very important topic. And it's open, you know what I mean? During the pandemic, we didn't have, we had to do social distancing and everything like that, but Blackhawk Center is huge and everything, so they're going to have a meal, and then we'll kind of go into the presentation by legal counsel. So very interesting. I know we tried this when I first got on during Winnebago Powwow, and at that time there was a moratorium on the enrollment, and it has since been lifted. And we're just in that generation where we have to figure it out, because 1936, they probably weren't thinking about it. They needed to track us as Native Americans for the census and everything. And now it comes to 2024. There's a lot of children out there that are just a sliver and can't get enrolled. You know what I mean? So we just kind of have to figure it out, because eventually, all the elders and a lot of people are going to pass on, what's going to be left of the tribe and stuff. So it's a very interesting topic.
And I'm taking us back now, of course, I no longer wear that political hat officially, but in that conversation and in those, I guess, debates, if you will, that we were having, some of the topics that I do remember bringing up very specifically was that, of course, this is my individual opinion, at the same time, I want to make that abundantly clear, but I wanted the council and the rest of the leadership to know that the membership needed more than just a simple pedigree, meaning that, okay, you have this mathematical number behind you. To be a member of the Winnebago tribe, to be a member of our people, means so much more than that. And so if the qualification is simply a matter of pedigree, then go down that route. It's an easy fix. But again, my opinion is it's got to be a lot more than just that, because we have people that are members of the tribe that have no connection to the tribe, and to me that is one of the least tribal things there is.
Yeah.
If you're not part of the people and you're not providing whatever you can to help the people, and you're just kind of there, then that's not a tribal person, in my opinion.
Yeah, if we can come together as a community and have that listening session, and the more you know, the better decision you'll have to
Right.
make in the future and stuff. So that's what the whole goal of that, and we want to appreciate the council and everybody that has a hand in it, administration.
Yeah, there's a
and
lot of stuff to consider. I mean, even because many of us are mixed. My mother's enrolled Ho-Chunk Nation. My father was enrolled here, and my mother was also part Crow Creek Sioux, and so I'm definitely an individual that they can speak. And then of course my grandfather was not Indian, and so it's like there's all kinds of mixes there. I know
Yeah.
a lot of people again, they want to hold on to the pedigree, but for me, it's always just been strict lineage. But of course that's me individually. It's like if your parents are, you are, and then there's qualifications that should come forward from that. What is your Ho-Chunk name? What clan do you belong to? You should be able to identify those, especially as you reach adulthood, and that kind of stuff. But again, all that kind of stuff can be brought out in this type of forum, and that's why they are having it.
Nice. Well, thanks, Brian, for stepping in, and appreciate you. Well, I'm gonna call you back up, or so that you can help us out. Well, do you have time? I'm gonna call these three ladies up.
Absolutely.
And it's the Hear Her campaign, and we'll talk with them, and then we'll probably have you help co-host.
No problem.
If you can help us on out. So MCBKC with Midnight Love and Res Ride. Also, we have the Winnebago and the news editor. So, couple other announcements that I have to make here, Kevin, is that as the ladies come on up, Sandy and the crew here, Jordan, appreciate you guys coming on in, and just make sure that the Easter egg hunt is going to be lit. It's going to be on Friday at the Land of Wellness. Circle your calendar. We'll have exotic animals, a petting zoo, pizza for everyone, prizes, pony rides, and over 14,000 eggs to find, and that's going to start at 11:20 on Friday, with the 0 to 2 year olds adding the next age group every 10 minutes. It's free fun for the whole family. So I want to say thank you to Wyatt from the marketing teams, the communications, sending that over there from WCHS, and that's an important announcement because Winnebago Tribe has Good Friday off. But make sure you bring the kids and the family on down to the Land of Wellness starting at 11:20 on Friday. So the petting zoo, I love it. I like it. That is awesome. So appreciate everybody that's going to be helping, had a hand in that. And we're going to get into our next special guest here for this is probably series 3 here. I know that you guys been coming on up series 4 here, and excuse me, guys, I missed a week. That's right. So go ahead and Jordan, if you can move your kind of and then we'll just real quick introductions, and then we'll go for it.
Hi, my name is Sandy Anderson, and I'm the maternal child health public health nurse here at Winnebago.
My name is Jordan Blackfish. I'm the administrative assistant for the PHNs here in Winnebago, Nebraska.
I'm Melanie Tuamoheloa. I'm the primary care clinic manager over at 12 Clans Hospital.
Melanie, it's good to see you guys. Jordan, great night last night. Just kind of a behind the scenes thing that we had. You guys have a campaign going on, and we did some video and some also some pictures and stuff. Man, it was awesome. You know what I mean? So we look forward to kind of debuting those as the time goes on and stuff. But you guys are here to discuss a couple of topics, and I'll just turn it over to you ladies.
Okay. So we're going to be talking today on some of the different topics with the Hear Her campaign that is through the CDC. We are a sub-recipient of a sub-award actually through the National Indian Health Board. So the campaign itself really centers around educating mothers, community members, providers about the danger signs of pregnancy and then up to a year after the birth of a baby. We've had several series now that we've talked about, just getting awareness out there, finding that the maternal mortality rate in the United States, is unacceptable. And then when we're talking about Native American population, it's twice the number of non-Native women. So any death during pregnancy or afterwards related to complications is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Especially since about 60% of those are preventable. And things that we can do to make sure that our families know, what they can do to prevent and get care faster and not ignore signs and symptoms. So.
Very nice, very nice. Jordan.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about how families can help and things that they can listen for and things that they can help their mothers with. So encouraging if your partner is telling you they're having signs or they're having any symptoms, instead of just saying, that's how pregnancy is, or that's something, trying to relate to it. Make sure that you're, encouraging them to seek out a provider so that they can for sure know that is either a warning sign or that, it's not a complication. So I think that's really important, because a lot of times I know when I call my mom, sometimes I'm just trying to tell her oh, hey, this is kind of bothering me. And then, the best advice I think that she gave me was that she's not a doctor and that I need to make an appointment, and I think that's really important for a lot of us when we have any family or friends, even if it's not related to this. If you're telling me that you have a symptom or you're telling me that something's bothering you, then the best thing to do is to make an appointment with your provider and seek help with that.
We posted on our timeline at the Winnebago. It's Winnebago _Big Voice on Facebook, and if you have an opportunity, maybe kind of scroll through that. I see you guys gave us a link to the CDC, and it says "Hear Her," and make sure you click on that, because there's a lot of good information on that too that you guys are discussing. And then, like you said, it affects everybody, and we wouldn't be here without our mothers. So it's make sure that we get the appointments made and everything too. So, Melanie?
Phone number for the appointment line, main hospital phone number is 402-745-3950. Please call us, make an appointment. We'd love to have you in the clinic. Just really stressing the importance of coming in for the prenatal care. As soon as you find out you're pregnant, or if you have thoughts that you might be pregnant, come in and get that confirmation of pregnancy. We had Dr. Drew here last week from University of Iowa.
Yeah.
They come down and do an outreach with us. They see all of our pregnant mamas during that special time, and so we want to see you. We want to do checks and make sure baby's growing like they're supposed to, make sure mom's doing okay, make sure everybody mentally is doing good, preparing for the arrival of the baby, seeing what resources we can help. Sandy's a huge part of that. We are always calling her and saying, hey, I don't think you've seen this patient yet. Come up and see them while they're here in the clinic. Just coordinating that, and we want to be there and provide as much support as we can during that time and even after. So just come in and see us.
Thank you for the words. Yep.
Absolutely. And just to kind of let everybody know, we're a team, and any pregnant woman or woman who has just had her baby, actually anybody, they've got a team of people behind them to make sure that they are the healthiest they can be. So don't be afraid to reach out to any of our offices. I just kind of wanted to just reiterate some of the different warning signs that people really need to be aware of, especially pregnant women. And again, up until a year after the baby is born, there are still risk factors that you can have. Severe headache that won't go away or gets worse over time. Pay attention. Dizziness or fainting. Thoughts about harming yourself or your baby. We kind of talked on one of our episodes about the mental health aspect of pregnancy and having babies too, with postpartum depression. Making sure that, if you're feeling so down that you can't get up and take care of yourself or your baby, that you're getting help, that you're reaching out to family members who can get you help and get you connected to the people that you need to. Any changes of your vision, fever of 100.4 or higher, extreme swelling of your hands and face. And a lot of the times women don't see that, but their partners or someone that they're living with will see that. They'll wake up one morning and they'll look at them and think, wow, you look a little puffy. Or they can't get their rings on or off, something like that. Anything that's sudden like that is really your body warning you that you need to get checked out. Any trouble breathing, of course, or chest pain, fast beating heart, severe nausea and throwing up that isn't really morning sickness that you might have gotten past already. Any kind of belly pain. Those things that you need to pay attention to. One of the things, too, that we really like to make sure that mothers who are around that 28-week time is to start paying attention to how often your baby moves. Because babies will have active times during the day or evening. And really paying attention, is your baby moving? As you get closer and closer to your delivery time, baby will quiet down as they start settling into the pelvis and getting ready for delivery. But any time that you kind of like think, oh my gosh, when was the last time my baby moved? That's when you really need to start paying attention. And if you can't recall, or you're not, getting baby moving, you need to go in and have that checked out right away. Of course, any kind of vaginal bleeding or fluid that's leaking from the vagina, any heavy bleeding, swelling or redness or pain in your legs, or really feeling overwhelmingly tired and you just cannot get your energy up to do anything. So any of those during pregnancy or afterwards are warning signs, danger signs that your body's saying, hey, we need to check this out. So
definitely.
I think it's really important too, having 3 pregnancies, after having this Hear Her campaign, I told Sandy, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I was going through my pregnancies like blindly, because all of this stuff is really, really important, and really, knowing it and being aware of it is really, really important, because like I said, every pregnancy is different. So, I had an emergency C-section with my youngest daughter, and afterwards, like having issues and stuff, like I feel like it was just like boom, 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 and then you're home and everything, there's a lot of women out here who do have a lot of complications, and it is kind of scary. And being a family member, and like she said, watching for those things, like my legs were swelling up and I was having issues, and it is really important. So just if you feel like your partner or your family member needs to be seen, make sure you encourage them to go in, because it's scary to also go in, because you, like me and Sandy had talked about, sometimes you're scared of what the doctor's going to say. It might be a complication. It might be something that you don't want to hear, but you have to take care of it right away. Otherwise, it can lead into something else, And like you said, our mothers are so important. We wouldn't, like you said, we wouldn't be here without our mothers. So really, it really made me look at mothers in a different light, seeing that all this that they go through each pregnancy, it's a lot, your body is completely altering, it's changing, it's, even your emotions and whatnot. So that postpartum is really important, that Sandy touched on. If you see your family member shying away or not coming out of the room, or, really pay attention to that, because they might not say it, you don't want to admit that or say, so if you see they're more emotional, or, hey, come out, let's talk about this,
I think that's so important, because some people are just kind of had that mentality that if I don't know, then I don't have to deal with it, or it's not really there. And it is so true. Like, come in and let us know what you're experiencing so that we can address the issue. Like, you have to. It doesn't go away. It just gets worse.
For sure. I have a question, if you guys can indulge me here. It's in regards to, I know that last night we talked to some mothers that did a lot of breastfeeding, and that was really good. But from a male's perspective, what tips do you have for the male that can help out and stuff? Because a lot of times, I remember my wife, when she was breastfeeding, I kind of felt helpless and stuff like that. Is there anything, kind of words of advice that you can give the fellas?
Actually, yes, and that's a good question, and you're right. We actually ran into that situation in some of our interviews where we would ask the dad, what did you do, or how did you feel about the breastfeeding, the whole situation and all that. And I recall one of the responses was, I felt kind of useless. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to help her. But then he would go on and say, but I took care of the other children, or I did this and I did that. And that really is some of the best help, is just being there for her and doing those small things that really complicate in your head. Because as mothers, what we're thinking as we're breastfeeding and we're taking care of a new baby and everything is everything else we have to do too.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about the laundry and the dishes and the house cleaning and, all of those types of things, kids getting up and going to school, and just having those, and I don't even want to call them small things because they're still part of your household and things that you're doing that are important.
Yeah.
But it's taking over that type of jobs that relieve the mom of that one smaller stress that builds up into, women going, oh my gosh, I just can't do this anymore.
Right.
So just being there
for
and
sure.
supporting her is probably the best thing that can happen. So.
Definitely. And my last question, then I'll let you guys get on your way here, is that there's a lot of discussion, and when we are expecting, far as the mothers and kind of in our culture, they kind of say things like, well, if you drink Cisco oil or something like that, the baby's going to come on this day, or things like kind of, I don't want to call them taboo and stuff like that, but you know what I mean? Like, is there anything that you think that we do right now that we shouldn't do that's harmful to the baby, that's kind of part of our culture? Does that make sense? That's a loaded question and stuff. Maybe are you guys coming up next week?
We can.
Okay. Yeah.
We can.
I'll let you guys ponder that one. But that's my question: is there certain things that, you know what I mean? Because here's one that my wife, she was sewing while she was pregnant, and an elderly lady came over and she said, "Don't do that." You know what I mean? She said the umbilical cord's going to get tied. So we were just like, "Whoa," you know what I mean? And that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, is that scientific?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing about childbirth is that there are a lot of different cultural beliefs out there. Some of them were based off of just happenstance of, of occurrences. I can't think of anything offhand that is anything that would be harmful. And that's one of the things that we really found out last night too, is that we don't know a lot about what some of those cultural and traditional teachings are. But we will be actually having a lunch with a bunch of ladies in the very soon in the future, and really talking specifically about what are those traditions, because we've not been able to find anything actually written down. And of course, our area here has a lot of different tribes that are represented. And each one of those tribes probably have things that are very, very specific to their traditions. So we have a mixture and a melting pot. So it's really hard to say, one over the other or that. So we hear a lot of different interesting, aspects of pregnancy and traditions. And it's a lot of fun to listen to, but I don't think I've ever heard anything that's dangerous. Just you kind of go, oh, wow, okay. And you kind of wonder how they ever came to that conclusion. So,
Well, Sandy's famous. She is famous, you know what I mean? So keep up the good work, ladies. Appreciate you coming on up here.
Garan, one thing I was going to tell you when you're talking about how to support your mother as a father, I think when I think back about when I was breastfeeding, I remember, sometimes that frustration because, like you said, you kind of feel helpless and you can't really help.
Yeah.
But I think one big thing that I could give advice for fathers is to really, really tell your mothers that they're doing a good job and that, and that what they're doing is best for the baby, and really support that, because if you're feeling frustrated, just think how your mother's feeling. She might be frustrated that we had talked about cluster feeding last night. We talked about a lot of things, and I know for fathers, like feeling that useless, like feeling like like you want to feed the baby too, or you want to help, and it's maybe not working, or if you're feeling frustrated, your mother's feeling frustrated. So really hone in and let her know like how great of a job she's doing, and that she's doing the best for her baby, so that she can feel confident, and keep continuing on.
Yeah, I think just being supportive during pregnancy too, and showing up for those appointments. And like Jordan said, there's a lot of information, and sometimes you're afraid to hear what the doctor has to say.
Yeah.
But just having somebody there with you to kind of lighten that load and help process the information that's being shared.
Yeah.
One of the things that my husband always did was wake up in the middle of the night and get the baby when they were crying and just change the diaper and be like, okay, here, they're ready to eat,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I really appreciated that. So
Yeah.
just that emotional support is huge.
I mean, as a native and stuff like that, it's just like I see the movies. They got the baby monitor, and it's upstairs, down the hall, and through the left, and all that stuff. I was like, man, you know what I mean? Like, let's get the baby crib in the same room, you know what I mean? And then we can, in the middle of the night when it wants to eat or whatever and stuff, just do it that way. But in the movies, it's like real dramatic, and I was like, it looks nice.
It wasn't like that. The baby was close, for sure.
Yeah. They get up all nice and just preppy and all this.
No.
Man, at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're not ready to roll. You know what I mean?
No, not all the way down the hallway. No way.
One thing too I think we should recognize is, I know we talk all of this campaign and everything, and it's a lot about the mother, but I think we need to recognize and appreciate our fathers too, because not only do we need to compliment the mothers that they're doing a good job, but we need to compliment the fathers that they're doing a good job being there for them and doing all of the good things that they do in their role as a father too. So and they feel stress also.
Sorry, you didn't mean to
No,
cut
that's
off.
okay.
I think just checking in with one another and knowing that you don't know everything, and sometimes things are challenging, like breastfeeding is natural, but still it's challenging sometimes, and just recognizing that fact and just doing a check-in with your partner, like, are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Is there anything that I can do for you right now? Anything like that.
For
Just
sure, for
checking
sure.
in.
Awesome. Kevin, do you have any questions for these ladies? Or are you good?
I don't want to breastfeed.
Oh, that's all right. Well, thank you, ladies.
We don't want you to either.
We appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was the whistle. No, I just went. Hey, Kevin. As we call our next guest up, that's gonna be Caden and Tara Lee. Come on up here, guys. But real quick here, just FYI. We moved to the Veterans Building for the Tribal Council meetings, and I just want to send a shout out to you because the whole multimedia coordinator, you had to get the computer moved out of there, you had to get the mics up, you got the TV set up, you had to get the Zoom ready to roll, you had to get the audio board ready to go. Everything is set up, you know what I mean? And man, shout out to you. And I know that Gordon had help. I came out there and helped where I could and stuff, but behind the scenes, you're the Wizard of Oz. But nonetheless, you know what I mean? If you want to come out to a tribal council meeting, they're open to the public, right?
Yes. Most meetings are open to the public. The only time they're open online too. So all you gotta do is send me a request. If you're a tribal member, I'll send you a Zoom link, and you can just join right in.
Okay. All right. So tribal members, if you need the Zoom link, it's Kevin.Ebert at WinnebagoTribe.com.
Yes, sir.
All right. And don't forget Tuesday, if you're just joining us here now, we're going to have a listening session down at the Blackhawk Center. The topic is going to be enrollment, and it's going to be at 5 o'clock, and we're going to feature a meal, a presentation, and any feedback from the community members or tribal members is more than welcome for that time. So the Tribal Council is going to be on hand for that. We have our next guest on up here, and we'll give you a chance to give you an introduction. Go for it.
I'm Tara Lee Medina. I work for Ho Chunk Inc. in the Community Impact and Engagement team. I'm an enrolled Winnebago tribal member and have been in my current role for just a little under 5 years.
Wow. It goes by quick, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
That is crazy. And
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Caden Cleveland. I am the Community Programs Coordinator for Ho Chunk Inc. in the Community Impact and Engagement Department. And I'm also a Winnebago tribal member.
Awesome. And you guys have some events coming up, right?
Yes. So I'll start. So we have our summer internship. We have less than 1 week to apply. We do have a lot of our current postings on our website. You can find them under hochunking.com and go into the education tab, and internships will pop up. We do have availability here locally. We have them in Sioux City, in Bellevue, and in Colorado and Fairfax for those ones out there. But locally, we do still have about 5 vacancies available, and so I'm encouraging all the tribal member intern applicants to reach out to me if you need to.
Yeah.
I've had parents reach out to me. You can reach out to me through Messenger. That's no big deal. Or you can contact me, at work.
For sure. And one of the things I wanted to announce, Willie sent me the list of the job openings and everything, and I noticed that Warhorse Omaha had a lot of positions, and it's just like, what does that mean? It means it's coming soon.
Yes.
It's close to that opening time, and you guys are already hiring for that venue that has yet to open up, man. Warhorse Casino is just around the corner. Do you guys have an anticipation on like when the grand opening or the kind of the first day of operations will be down there?
I don't have an anticipated date. We can come back and with that date.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But I know that there's a lot of natives that are down in Omaha, probably Winnebago tribal members, and just from the area that live down there. Have them go look at those applications or those employment opportunities and see if any of those fit their needs and everything too. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, I'll shout out to my sister Emily Smith. She works at our Warhorse and Lincoln location, so she's down there working and she enjoys it. Likes to work, and so I do know I have family and friends in Omaha that I'll be try to make them apply and go work for the company and Warhorse, obviously.
Yeah, if I wasn't doing this job, like working in the entertainment industry, hospitality industry is very rewarding, satisfactory, and just working with the customers and everything too. So it would be something that I would be interested in. And I kind of do that a little bit on the entertainment side, as far as DJing and, hosting, emceeing, whatever it may be and stuff. But at the same time, man, it's pretty exciting that Warhorse Omaha is coming around the corner. You guys have a Bandits presentation that took place. How'd that go?
Yeah, so coming up here to talk about the assembly. We had kids from St. Aug's come down as well.
Oh, cool.
From grades 4th through 8th grade.
Yeah.
And they all enjoyed it. They took a team or a group picture with the Sioux City Bandits. We had 3 players come down, talk about their careers and how they got to where they were. And grades junior high through high school was able to attend from the WPS. And they also asked them a lot of questions. A lot of kids got involved.
Yeah.
They had posters to give out and signed autographs.
Nice. I appreciate you guys doing that, because that's something that all the kids will always remember. I remember our school assemblies, and it's kind of crazy the impact that you have, the people that did the tricks and the science guy and all this and that. And so if they're in a kind of a natural athlete or just want to work towards it and stuff. I was listening to one of the March Madness players, I think it was Edie, that's 7'5" guy and stuff, and he was like, "What's the secret sauce to your success?" And he said, "Just work hard." You know what I mean? That's the secret. You get in the gym. If you want to be a good star athlete, just work hard. You know what I mean? That's the trick. You know what I mean? There's no magic potion or anything. And I'm sure that the Bandits gave them that word of advice as well too. So, and I think your community night's coming up.
Yep. Well, I think we're 2 weeks out. After this Saturday, it'll be that next Saturday.
So it's gonna be packed to Tyson.
Yep. Pack it up.
Is it the 6th?
Yep, April 6th, which it is at 7 o'clock.
Did you get to go to a Bandits game yet?
Yeah, I went last year.
How did it go?
It was, my kids enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's different. I enjoyed seeing all of our kiddos out there playing, dancing, and so I think we're gonna bring in more of that next week. And so I know, Kaden, if you want to talk about the tickets that you have given to the schools.
Yep. So this week I'll be giving out the vouchers for both schools to every kid. And even if they're going or not, then they'll be able to get the ticket.
Are the camera on him? Is the camera?
Yep.
Okay.
It's on both of them.
Oh, cool. Awesome. I just wanted to make sure it's just not on me because
you get enough limelight.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm the other guy now.
Yeah, for the assembly, you could check out Ultra King's page to check out all the pictures that they have on there. A lot of kids were on there smiling, enjoying the the show.
Yeah, I seen like they must have told a joke or talked about something because there's a lot of kids smiling and stuff too. So.
And then for the parents, I know if you say that you're Winnebago Tribe member, you work for Winnebago Tribe, you work for Ho Chunk Inc., you get in half off, and so that is another highlight that I'd like to bring up. Your kiddos getting free, but then the parent also get a little off their ticket price, and so that's going to be exciting, and we're looking forward to that.
Awesome, cool, very
and
cool.
And then we got halftime performance, and then we got Boys and Girls Club team bringing out the game ball and doing an introduction walkout with the team.
Oh yeah, that's always a good time. Yep, for sure.
And then I do want to throw a plug out. April 17th, we'll be having a career in college fair for the high school kiddos. It is also an NYG, Nebraska Native Youth Gathering that day, and so we will be hosting all the different schools throughout Nebraska, Santee, Omaha, Nation, Walt Hill, and Winnebago. So we're really looking forward to that. I'm also one of the guest keynote speakers there, and so really looking forward to that and just bringing that to our kiddos and having them. We have multiple schools and in different careers that we've been reaching out externally with the tribe and then internally with Ho Chunk. So.
And it's gonna go by quick, man.
Yes,
April's here, then you got graduations in May, and then all of a sudden it's powwow. It's crazy and stuff. I do have a question though. I know that for many years you guys did like that community presentation that was over at their Ho Chunk Village. You guys gave away TVs, Husker tickets and all that stuff. Are you guys gonna do that anytime soon?
Yes, I do want to put a plug out there. So our 30th annual celebration is coming up on September 25th.
Okay.
And so we do have a date. You should start seeing save the date, stuff coming out. And I do know it'll be in the new area out there.
Yeah.
So we have solidified that area to have it there.
The 2.0?
Yep. And
All
so
right.
we'll be in one of those, those vacant lots there. And then also Charlie is the head of the park grant. And so a new park should be out there by the end of July, August. So we're
cool, man.
hoping in that area it'll, all work out. And so did want to give a shout out to her that, she's working diligently on getting those parks and throughout the community up and running. So
good one.
Yes. So we'll be back to announce that, but we'll send some stuff over to you guys.
Yeah, a lot of the things good happening here from HCI as well as the Winnebago community. Appreciate the Bandits for all their support, kind of coming down here and making sure that our youth especially get motivated and just enjoy the game too. If you have an opportunity, circle that on your calendar. Check them on out. Hopefully they win. Are they doing pretty good?
Yeah, they're 1-0 right now. They just had their preseason, and then they had their actual game, and then they're on a 2-week bye.
Nice. I can't wait until we get one of the Winnebago Public School alumni to be on the Bandits and stuff one of these times. Because cool. I think they have open tryouts and everything too. That may be something that for sure would.
And then also to mention that Tommy Armstrong's in this league too.
Is he?
Yep, with the Omaha Beef.
Oh, okay. Tommy Armstrong from the Nebraska Huskers, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we'll let you get back to work. We appreciate it. Any shout-outs or anything like that last minute?
Just another announcement that I seen that you guys mentioned the Easter egg hunt this week on Friday.
Yeah.
And then the day after on Saturday, Sweetwater is hosting another egg hunt up on Flatwater Drive.
Okay.
In South Sioux.
Yep, in South Sioux, and that's at 10 o'clock all the way to 11.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Can we get that information?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a flyer.
That's in South Sioux because I got a lot of relatives that live up there and stuff. You know what I mean? And the kids, the meaning behind that and all that stuff. But it's just something that they just really enjoy and everything too.
Just running around.
Yeah, for sure. So all right, it's gonna be Saturday.
I'll shout out. I know March Madness is here. It's a lot. Really into all the basketball games and everything. But just shout out to David and Matthew Widget and Natasha. They wrapped up their seasons, and so. I know they're graduating. David and Matthew are graduating in May, and so really proud of them.
Right.
Anna Barrett, she's graduating from Creighton with her bachelor's, and so just shout out to all my kiddos in school, and looking forward to working with you guys this summer.
Yeah, good shout out. Thank you guys for the words, and keep coming back with the good information. Appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Kevin, you got any other announcements coming up or anything like that? Nothing?
Nothing I can think of at the moment.
Okay.
You put me on the spot here.
Did anybody give you a shout out for being, come on up, Savannah, for being DJ Bethany stunt double or anything?
No, I don't have the shout out.
Oh, you don't? Okay, all right. I appreciate you standing in real quick and stuff. It was kind of a hectic morning with the 10 o'clock a.m. late start and everything too, but Also wanted to announce this kind of a FYI. Make sure you go to the Winnebago Tribe's Facebook page. They have a lot of good information, and we'll be posting some information. But tomorrow and Thursday, the Winnebago Tribal Council and administration will be out of the office. They'll be off-site for a training. So if you need to get a hold of them, there is the Winnebago Tribe's website. It's www.winnebagotribe.com, and they have a tribal council. And if you need to email them, or if it's an emergency or anything like that, just make sure they'll pay attention to their emails and get it through that way and stuff. But training for the tribal council for Wednesday and Thursday. Just kind of a FYI. Savannah, what's your official title now?
Owner.
Yeah.
Boss. Just kidding.
Let's talk about it and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, what's your name of your company and what do you do?
So I'm Savannah Berlin Anderson Rice Hill. I am the owner of Savannah Berlin Photo and Design, as well as Focused and Framed Portrait Studio and Art Gallery.
Okay.
And then I also have a couple of projects I'm working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that Sunshine usually comes up. Her and the crew usually come up, but you're kind of filling in for that role today because Angel Decor Museum has an event coming up. Tell us about it.
So Sunshine and I have been talking about collaborating on some things, and one of the things was that she enjoyed mine and my dad's artwork, and so my father and I, we printed out some photos that is going to be displayed in the museum now.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to be a
Awesome.
part of the museum.
Nice.
And so those photos just came in like a few days ago. And then, so a few months ago, it was probably last year sometime, I took my dad up to the Angel Decor Museum to check it out and stuff like that. And so he came by the water spirit cast. Have you seen it? Where it's that big clay thing?
Yeah.
And he was like, I did this. And he was like, but this is a copy. And Ben was like, yeah. And so he was like, that is really cool. Like, how did you guys, end up getting it? And like, Ben had no idea, like how he was shocked to see that, my dad knew it was a copy. And because like the original is at the Sioux City Public Museum. And so it was really cool how that kind of transferred. My dad was like, yeah, I have photos of this. And we're like, what? And so like my dad sent us like a negative proof sheet, and it was just cool. Like it was from like 50 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I started talking about like the whole thing with Sunshine. It was like, it'd be cool to like have kind of like display these photos along with the cast. And also, and like no one's never seen them before, so it's really cool. And so we got those photos printed, and then like just some roundabout way, like someone contacted, and I can't remember the guy's name, but someone contacted Sunshine, and he was like, hey, I have the cast, of the water spirit. And he was like, I'll send it to you. And she's like, what? Like, okay, sounds good. So we have that as well. So we're going to be displaying like mine and my dad's photos, as well as the photos of the cast, and then also the rubber cast. So it's just, that's kind of like our unveiling event.
Cool.
We're gonna unveil some photos, and it's just exciting.
When is this again?
Friday, this Friday from 3 to 5 p.m.
On Good Friday?
Yep.
Okay.
At the Angel Decor Museum.
So after you get done hunting some eggs and taking the family, come on up to Angel Decor. And what should we expect at the 3 o'clock?
So expect like little snacks and drinks, and then just kind of like seeing new artwork up and seeing like new photos being unveiled with this historical cast. And so we're hoping to, kind of like do interviews up there about it, because like there's a lot of information to be said, there's like we have recorded like my dad's account about like how it came to be and everything like that. So we're excited,
Shout out to Ernie, your dad.
Yeah.
When I was working at Woodland Trails, and he was one of our featured artists one time, and just a good guy to work with, and talented himself and everything too. So certainly pass those on to you. And your focus of area is photography?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And how's that going? Like, are you done with like senior portraits right now?
No, it's starting.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
people are just starting to book, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like, we're like a month and a half away from, like graduations and stuff. So I have been focused on graduation photos, and I'm also doing my ribbon skirt showcase, which
cool.
is kind of like April is ribbon skirt month.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to I packed in like 4 days worth of like portraits, trying to get people to come take portraits in their ribbon skirts. And so then I want to feature a ribbon skirt each day. I did that last year for a Ho Chunk Renaissance, and everyone loved it.
Cool.
And so I'm like, okay, I still want to do that project, because I just think it's fun and important, and that's part of like my Focus by Savannah project. And
How about the fellas? You gonna do like ribbon shirts?
I do, and I just like haven't had the chance to like figure out that timeline yet, but it'll be cool to get people to come in, with ribbon shirts too. So it'll be good. Like today is my last day to do the ribbon skirt showcase, so I can like schedule all of the posts for the month of April.
Cool. Looking forward to that.
I'm excited.
Definitely.
There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's just like, and also I'm featured in the Art Cedra at the Art Center.
Okay.
I have a photograph up in there, and there's so it's available to buy, and it's kind of like a fundraising event for the Sioux City Art Center.
Awesome.
So,
awesome. And then do you have a website or anything like that, just in case anybody needs to get a hold of you?
So you can check out www.savannahberlin.com, or you can check out my Facebook pages. I have like so many links, but you can check out anything. And then so that's how you can get a hold of me.
For sure. Artwork to me is very important. I was going to be an art major myself, and then just kind of drifted off into graphic design. But I know that it's very important for people to come to these unveilings, and hopefully the Winnebago community and everybody that hears this will be able to support your endeavors, you and your dad's endeavor. And I think, to have your dad, and then you're coming up as a kind of world-renowned photographer now is very, he has to be proud.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, he tells me that, it makes me so happy. He's just like, you're doing so much. He's like, I'm very proud of you. I'm like, what? It's like so exciting, just for him to like say that, because he's a really like has done a lot for himself, and for him to like say, like, oh, I seen your photograph from the last Bear Moon powwow. He's like, that was a really great shot. And I was like, dang, that's cool.
Thanks for doing that for with communications and stuff. That was awesome. I know that also too is like, you're one of the rare people that took the plunge, because there's a lot of people that have to have that security blanket from the 9-to-5 job, and they just maybe hate doing their job or whatever and stuff. And you just said, I want to be my own boss. I want to, so you're a business owner.
Yeah.
Native business owner is one, and then a female native business owner is, so we're proud of you too. You know what I mean? Anything we could do to kind of support you and make sure that it succeeds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know, like yesterday I was doing a portrait of someone, and for the ribbon skirt showcase, and she was like, I was just happy to do this because I want to let people know that I was here. I was on Earth, Yeah. And I was like, dang, I was like, well, this is what this is for. I was like, well, I have proof that you were here. Yeah. And so like now she has like a very nice portrait of herself and her ribbon skirt and her watch and
how cool is that?
So it's just like just doing things that you're passionate about. It's just so much fun, I'm just like, with all of the opportunities that I have come my way, I'm just so grateful.
Cool.
So I'm grateful for the community, especially like our tribal communities. Like, it just makes me so much, it just makes me feel good and happy. So.
Cool. Thank you, Savannah. Kevin, you got any questions for Savannah or anything?
No, I just think it's cool what she's doing. Artwork to me is impressive. My grandma made ribbon skirts, and she made star quilts, and I wish I picked up her passion, but I never did. So.
And your grandma is?
Florence Leadham.
Yep. A lot of people will recognize that name and stuff too, because I got my first pair of bustles, fancy dance bustles, from her. What was it? Was it like her shop and stuff? I was a little kid back in those days and stuff, but
she had multiple shops up at the house. I mean, first she started out in a two garage setting, and then after that she moved into the house and just took over the top floor of the house. I mean, once she got into her quilting, I want to say she has a quilt in every state in the United States.
Wow, that is cool. That is awesome. MCBKC, why don't you come on up here? All right, Savannah, can you help us out here? We're gonna do like a quick, game here because we usually do the answer is, and we'll kind of do a rendition of between. Well, Kevin.
I actually have something prepped for you and Kevin, guaranteed.
Oh, okay, all right. So you're going to have to be the referee, all right?
Alright.
Because me and Kevin, we usually get into it and stuff, you know? So.
One quick question I was going to throw out there. Savannah, can you spell your last name?
So it's Ricehill, and then Anderson. My married name is Anderson.
And the Berlin?
Berlin is Berlyn.
Yeah. I was asking you that because some people, when you hear it on the radio,
yeah.
it comes across different. So when they're searching for your website, they're going to want to know the correct
Yeah.
spelling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready to hit it right off, or do you want to segue into something else?
I don't know. Do you need a warm up or
No,
anything like that?
I'm ready to go.
Okay,
So,
all right. So here, what is this called?
A little bit of a special edition of The Answer Is with DJ Guaranteed and MC Ebe. How's that?
Oh, let's go. That's what
Ebes.
I'm talking about.
MC
Oh,
Ebes.
Ebes with the-
EBZ.
Don't forget the S.
EBZ.
Put some
Z.
respect on it.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So the first question that we have then, if you're ready, there will be multiple choice on this one if you need it. All right.
So how's it go? Do we does first one to answer it, or does he need to leave the room?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
Unless you want him to. No, I think you should stay.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So the first question that we have then is, the former president was indicted for literally dozens of criminal accusations in the state of New York. Who is the Attorney General for New York leading that prosecution?
Leading the prosecution. That's the
Yeah.
guy that's. I know that it's okay. We got multiple choice. Go give it to us.
Do you need multiple choice? Okay.
It's not the Giuliani guy because he's on the other side, right?
Giuliani was the mayor of New York City and also part of the campaign. So no, it is not Giuliani. Okay, so the multiple choice answers are: is it Margaret Hamilton? Is it Elizabeth Montgomery? Is it Letitia James? Or is it Gloria Allred?
I'm gonna go with A. Who you
I'm
got?
going with Gloria Allred.
Gloria Allred? Okay. And then you said A, so Margaret?
Yeah.
Okay. And you are both incorrect.
What about Savannah? Savannah gonna get one? Come on.
She's the judge.
She's the judge. She's the ref.
She's
All
got
right.
2 left though.
Okay.
Got a 50-50 shot.
So there's 2 left, yeah, with that. So do you want to take it and see one of you only gets one of them?
C.
B.
All right, so that was C was Elizabeth Montgomery, and that was Kevin.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then you're going to go with the last one, or
B.
Letitia.
Yeah.
And the answer is Letitia James.
Yes.
So
I knew it.
yes,
I knew it.
indeed. Okay.
Lunch. No.
Okay, the second question then is, the digital presence of KWTN and the Winnebago Tribal Council staff continues to grow.
Mhm.
On the table here, we have what is called the owl. And I think we have a shot from that, correct, Kevin?
Yeah, we're using it right now. We
Okay.
got all 3 of us in the picture.
It is called the owl. What is the Ho-Chunk word for owl?
Ooh. Do we get multiple choice?
No multiple choice.
Man, I only know deer. Cock.
Okay.
Wait. Savannah, you know what?
No, I don't.
Savannah used to work for a
Can we
hotel.
phone a
know.
friend?
Are there lifelines? I don't know, because I know that
No, not
typically
on-
the Facebook page is up and people are screaming the answer.
Yeah, I know.
I'm calling Christina.
Dang it.
So no guesses. Are you just gonna say Cha? Okay,
Yes, sir.
Cha.
I go with Wambly Hoka. No. What is
And
it?
that is no. The answer is humpo.
Humpo?
Yeah, poke. Like
Oh,
poke. I don't know the
okay,
actual
all right.
spelling, so Blue's gonna slap me upside
Nothing
the
to do with
head.
who?
H-O-M-P-O-K. Humpo. Yes.
Humpo.
Okay, so that one.
That's
is
a good one. That's a good one.
Okay.
You know what? I think that was excellent. I mean, as far as doing towards language and then
And
teaching
then
people.
the humpo is on the
yeah,
table.
yeah. Because from now on, we're gonna refer to that like, hey, I need that
Humboldt.
Yeah.
Humboldt, yep.
Humboldt.
I like that. And that, I also want to give a shout out to Educare because they do a really good job of that. There's people down there
Yes,
there's non-natives that are teaching Ho-Chunk that know some that know more than I do. I grew up here my whole life.
Absolutely. I really wanted to ask the question also because Kevin and the rest of the staff have done an incredible job with making the broadcast of the tribal council meetings. When they moved out to the Veterans Building, they made it seem plug and play, and it wasn't.
Jeez. Yeah.
What I thought was really crazy, it took us 4 days to set it up. But once we got it, me and Garan set that sucker up in 40 minutes yesterday from scratch.
Boom, boom, boom.
I sure appreciate his help, him and Gordon.
And you guys do a good job. You're bringing the information to the people, and that's what it's all about. Okay, so the third question that we have then. The Winnebago Public School high school mascot is Indians.
Mm-hmm.
Macy is the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Walt Hill is the Blue Jays. Morningside College in Sioux City is known as the Mustangs.
Right.
What is Briar Cliff?
The Chargers.
Chargers? Okay.
He stole my answer.
Are you both? You can both say it.
Oh, Chargers.
Chargers, okay. And you have where's your bell? Ding, 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 ding. Okay. So, of course, Morningside is known as the Mustangs. What was their former mascot?
Oh, Mustangs. Okay, before Morningstar was the Mustangs. Weren't they like the Stars or something? No. That's WIT, because they're the Comets.
The Comets.
WIT is the Comets.
Morningside. I know the answer.
It's
They are currently the Mustangs.
Right.
What were they previously?
Come on, Kevin.
Ponies.
The Ponies.
The Stallions.
Stallions. And the answer is Savannah?
So weren't they?
They were the Morningside Chiefs.
What?
Yes.
Dang.
Changed during the 90s PC revolution, if you will.
Dang.
Because a lot of people had a little bit of an uproar because, of course, Morningside is kind of an aged, establishment.
1865.
Right, and so they didn't want to get rid of the name because it had so much history. But at the same time, politics and being PC, they changed from the Chiefs
The more
to
you know.
the Mustangs. They kept the colors, of course, though. Okay,
cool.
So those are zeros there. The next
So hold
one,
on. What is Little Priest? Do they got a mascot?
the Warriors, I believe.
Yep.
Is it Warriors?
Yeah. the Bruce
Come
Warriors.
out and play. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so the
and they
fourth.
kind of use the bear
Okay.
because Little Priest is Bear Clan.
Right.
So they kind of use the bear as the official mascot. If they.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fourth question that we have, because of the ladies that were here early on in the show, women often display a type of behavior while expecting, where they feel compelled to create the best environment for the baby who is on its way. What is this behavior typically called?
Nesting or nestering?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Nesting.
Well, there's multiple choice.
All right.
Oh, okay, all right.
Do you want it, or are you going to go with your
let's-
answer?
Let's go with it.
Okay, all right.
If it's not there, we might have a problem.
Is it, okay, well, we'll see. Is it nesting? Is it coddling? Is it favoring? Or is it constriction?
I'm gonna go with A.
I'm sticking with nesting.
Okay. And you are both correct. It is called typically called nesting. Okay. So you both get points on that one too. Okay.
What's the score? Oh, is that question number 4?
Yeah, it was. So
Okay.
that is 2-3, I believe.
Let's go.
All right. Okay. Question number 5, and we do have tiebreakers as well if necessary. March is Women's History Month. Other than the existing council women, name 2 women who've served on our tribal council but are still with us. So no Neola Walker, no Ramona Wolf. 2 women who've served on our council but are not currently seated.
Oh, of course, we got Darla LaPointe.
Okay.
She's still on their board, WCHS board.
And
Okay, so I'm gonna say Darla. You give me that.
cherry picking answers.
And then I'm gonna go with my Gaga Rosalie Tubos.
Okay.
It's rotating through, but I'm just not.
Going through the years.
Yeah, I ain't got one. It's got to be hidden.
Sure.
Well, I'll go with 2 bulls then. In case that's right.
All right, you sure you don't want to try to break the tie? Googling. I don't think Google would. I really don't think Google would help you. That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Can Google answer that? I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hey Siri.
So if you tell me, I'm gonna know.
No, I don't have them all listed. I have a pretty good idea of who they were. So, you sure?
I'm good.
Okay. So of course Darla was our first chairwoman, and I like to say that because I nominated her to be so. And yeah. That was the answer. I don't remember Rosalie though.
Oh, was the question that
Served on the council.
served on the council? Yeah. She was. It was in. If you go back to Little Priest has some Winnebago in the News archives.
Okay.
And I was looking through them and stuff, and then they have, Gaga listed as a council member.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that one definitely educated me because, of course, in the recent times, the seated women, of course, Chairwoman Kitchian, Rona Steeler, Lorelei Decora, Teresa Thomas, Little George, they are there now. And then previously, of course, then we had Norma Steeler. She was our first vice chairwoman.
Yeah.
Cece Earth, who is also a longtime member of the council back in the late 80s and early 90s. Regina Littlebeaver,
Yeah.
who served in the 1990s.
Oh yeah.
And then of course we had Ramona and Neola, but they have passed on, so I wanted to disqualify them because most people, oh yeah, Neola,
Yeah.
I think maybe she was the first woman, if I'm not mistaken, but someone can correct me on that. And who am I missing? Thelma.
Yep.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
I was missing someone. Yep.
Right.
Thelma Whitewater. Yep.
Cool.
And maybe there's others too. Like I said, I don't recall Rosalie, but that one must have been before I was even knowing.
Does our issue come out on
Saturday?
Saturday? Is that the first?
No, it's March 30th.
I wonder if we could do if you guys could help us out, maybe because it is Women's History Month.
March, yes.
March is Women's History Month, that we kind of recognize and all those lady council members that are
Right.
on there, because I'm sure sitting at the table they had to make some history,
Yeah, well, I would definitely have to do research because, like I said, of course I know Rosalie. She was my neighbor for years and years when I was a kid, and stuff. But I don't remember that part of her political career, so I would have to research that.
For sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Does she have a married name?
Yeah, it's St. Cyr.
Saint Cyr.
Okay. You know what? I thought you was going there. That's my second mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, growing up, when we lived like a half a block from each other, and whenever I'd get injured, she would take care of me because my mom would be on a forensic. And whenever one of her kids got injured, my mom would take care of them, and they that's the neighborhood we had,
Yeah.
I actually got hit by a car in front of her house once.
Wow.
And she's the one that took me to the hospital.
And she's the one that hit him. No.
Okay, Kevin, you win.
There he is. There he is. Step on it. Okay, so the last question that we have then is, of course, it is March Madness. So the NCAA men and women are playing, and we're going to focus on the men's teams here.
Okay.
So in the NCAA Division I basketball tournament, who has the most championships? And I do have multiple choice if you need.
Yes,
it.
this is gonna.
Nebraska. It's got to be. I wish.
All right, go ahead, give it to him.
Multiple choice then. Okay. Most championships. So Division I. Is it North Carolina? Is it Duke? Is it UCLA? Or is it Indiana?
Man, that is crazy. And I should know this. You know what I mean? Like,
Indiana.
you're gonna go with
I'm
Indiana?
going Indiana.
Indiana, says
Just
Kevin.
because
Okay.
of the
You have to go
the
with
way
something
the way
different
said it.
now.
Okay, I'm gonna go with North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I wanted to say Duke, but
North Carolina.
You're both wrong.
What?
All right, second chance.
Dang it, man.
2 more options.
Everybody's
50-50
just
shot, huh?
commenting on this one, huh?
Duke.
Duke says
And then you
Kevin.
said what was the other one?
UCLA.
Oh man, can I choose Duke too? Can you share that answer? No, I'll go with UCLA. All right.
UCLA, and the winner is
UCLA.
UCLA.
Oh,
yes, of course. John,
man.
the infamous, I shouldn't even say that, the famous coach, John Wooden, coached the UCLA Bruins to 11 titles, mostly in the 1960s and 70s.
That's
and
right.
they have 11. And so I guess as a little bit of a side question here, with UCLA having 11 wins being the most, which school is second?
Gotta go with Bobby Knights.
Is it on the list?
It is not.
Is it Kansas?
Is it Kansas?
KU?
Is it? And then you said Bobby Knight, so he was Indiana. It is not Indiana. The teams I listed were UCLA, Duke, North Carolina, and Indiana.
And it's not one of them?
It is not.
UConn?
UConn. Okay, how many do you think they have?
They got...
UCLA has 11.
Man. Oh, man. Everybody's just going off, man. Kevin, come on. But you got us on this one, MCBKC. Dang it.
You got me.
A team known for basketball, and when you hear it, of
Kentucky.
Course,
Oh, there you go. That's a good one.
So, and that is
And I had Kentucky going deep too.
that is the correct answer, Kentucky.
Oh,
Yes.
what?
Yes.
Tiebreaker.
He said he didn't want it.
Okay, so then we do have. Well, actually, yep, we do have that tied. Well, no, Garan got the UCLA.
That's right.
So that is up by 1. But if you want to try to tie it up even further, Kevin, how many?
9.
9. Your number, Garan?
Oh, for Kentucky?
Yeah.
They have 10.
The answer is 8.
Oh.
I'm closer.
So it's almost like The Price is Right, the closest without going over. So yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Those are tough questions, man. You put us on the ropes, man.
Well, I tried to because
Yeah.
I threw it up on the spot exactly when you guys were talking and with the other guests. So
That was fun. Good job, Kevin.
Yeah, that was fun.
yes.
All right, Savannah, thank you for joining us here
Thank
today.
you.
Make sure that you come by Friday, and that's going to be at Angel Decora. And any shout outs?
Shout out to my dad. I'm excited to see him, so
Yeah.
he'll be out on Friday.
Cool. Is he in Denver still?
Yeah.
Okay. Safe travels to him.
Yeah.
I know that there's some North Platte, I believe, shut down for a time bit too because of that
Yeah.
storm.
Both I-80 and 70 across Kansas were closed.
Yeah. So make sure you travel
Yeah,
safe.
and then
One of our
shout out.
council members, he said 30 miles.
Ooh.
That's
30 miles
crazy.
an hour is all they could drive.
Yeah.
And as they was going by, they were closing the interstate. They were closing the sign, and they were still driving.
Oh.
They wanted to get home.
Dang, that's crazy.
But yeah, and then shout out to my husband for helping me get my studio together. I'm having my grand opening soon, which I'm gonna come back on here specifically
For
for,
sure,
that.
for
And
sure.
then shout out to all my participants for the Ribbon Skirt Showcase. So thanks
Yep.
for coming and participating.
Awesome. MCBKC, shout outs.
I just want to give a shout out to actually you guys here because it is a big effort to make sure that the tribal council meetings can be broadcast in the way that they are. And like I said, you guys made it look plug and play, but it wasn't. It took a lot of effort, a lot of problem solving, and a lot of just basically sticking with it and getting it done because you guys made it look easy, but at the same time I always have a lot of appreciation for everyone that does production because while we make it look easy, it is not, but doing that, making it look simple is a mark of being professional.
Yeah.
And it looks good. I seen a picture that you posted online.
Yeah, well, that you take most of the credit on that one. You know what I mean?
Good
I
job.
tell you what, though, it was kind of funny last night because everything looked great, and then we go to the big meeting, mid-monthly, and we broadcast that on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I hit the button to connect to YouTube, and it says connection failed. Connection failed. Connection failed. I'm like, I've never had any training on it. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. So I texted DJ Guaranteed. He said, well, text Brandon. So I texted Brandon, and there's a little bit of setting on the bottom down there. Our IP address changed because we moved out to the Veterans Building, and you have to put your computer IP address in there. But I learned something. But I mean, I was tired. I mean, I was really tired yesterday, and that woke me up. I mean, my heart was beating. I had a Red Bull, didn't even drink it.
Oh my gosh. Don't do that.
I put it in the fridge.
That's so bad for you. It is. It is not good for you.
No sugar.
Anyway, it's not the sugar, it's the caffeine. But anyway, and of course, the last shout out that we all want to give, of course, is to Punxsutawney Phil for being so wrong. That's a groundhog.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's a good show.
Kevin, do you have any shout outs?
I was thinking, you know what? I want to give a shout out to my coworkers. They make it a good time to come to work, and I haven't been here for like a couple of days, and I was kind of missing you guys. So I came in today. I'm the only one here.
We all got stuck.
Yeah, everybody was kind of
We got
late
stuck in
start.
the flurries of snow, and you know what I mean?
It really was slick. It was surprisingly slick. So,
Good job.
You know what? Pender to Walt Hill, perfect.
really?
Walt Hill to Winnebago, horrendous. I mean, snow-covered roads. I mean,
Yeah.
as soon as they pulled in the Wall Hill, I told my kids, hey, check out all the snow they got, because we didn't get much, you know.
Yeah, craziness.
Hit and miss, yeah.
You're talking 13 miles.
That's how it is. Welcome to
But
the
I
Great
do remember
Plains.
back in the day, though, we lived out by the Powell grounds, and it'd be raining out there, and it'd be sunshine in town. And I'm like, how could that be, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to give a shout out to all the college students that are hitting it downhill. You know,
Yes, you're in the
hang
home
there.
stretch.
You're in the home stretch. The seniors that are going to be doing their thing, and the 8th grade that are going to be transitioning into high school. Man, keep up the education work. You know what I mean?
That's
There's a
right.
thing called senioritis. Don't get that. Make sure you finish out strong. Come across that finish line, and you know.
I haven't heard that term in forever.
Yeah, for sure. Senioritis.
I was a victim.
I have one going through it right now.
Do you?
Yeah. 17-year-old.
Get to work, get her done.
Yeah. Just
Can we stay home today?
keep
No.
motivated. Yeah, for sure. You folks have a good rest of your day. Stay warm out there. This is Winnebago Talks.